Hi, this is Dave Mast for HolmesCountyTicket.com. We're here in studio today, joined by West Holmes wrestling coach Jeff Woods. Jeff, thanks for joining us.
Great to be here.
All right. First of all, I think we'll just get right into kind of the nuts and bolts of this season for you guys. It's been a challenging season for you. You've got a lot of youth on the varsity squad this year. Talk a little bit about, the improvements that you've seen and how it's going.
Well, going into this season, we knew we would have our top-end guys like in Max Roskoff, and then we knew we'd have a huge freshman class coming in. The kicker of the season to start off with is how many kids didn't come back out from years past.
Yeah.
That's tough. A lot of upperclassmen didn't come out, and we didn't dwell on that, but we started at any time we could have 5, 6, 7 freshmen in the lineup. And what we didn't change is our schedule. We still went to Top Gun. We still went to Medina. We took our lickings and kept going. I really think each as the season has progressed to this point, kids are starting to figure out how hard they need to work. Their technique is getting better. The tournament last weekend, we ended up winning our own tournament. It wasn't the top tournament that the two previous ones that I talked about were, but at the same time, they're starting to gel, and hopefully by sectionals, districts, that's when you want to peak. Everything else up to then, and I've never wrestled a lot of dual meets. I couldn't tell you how many dual meets I've won in 20-some years, but it is preparation to get these kids to the state tournament and do well down at Columbus.
Every time these guys take the mat, they're really out there on an island unto themselves. How important is confidence for these kids to get out there, knowing that they can be successful, knowing that they can succeed?
It's a fine line we walk. It really is. A good wrestler has, and I've stated this before, is cocky, hopefully respectful, but you are going out there on your own, and no one else is going to be helping you. That's a tough concept, and I've got 23 years in his coaching, and each year it gets tougher because we are so focused on every kid gets a trophy and an award and things all the way, from early T-ball, participation. They all did a great job. When you get out there on the wrestling mat, you either win or you lose, and there's no one else. Sometimes you might say something about the official or your coach didn't do this or that, but ultimately, it's a great character builder. Kids that have went through our program have went on to be successful in life, and I think there's a lot of life lessons in wrestling. I know that the Marines' #1 recruiting class for the Marines are wrestlers because they know how to diet. When they don't feel good, they still have to perform. And I really believe this sport teaches them, no matter how hard things get through your life, you look back at your wrestling days and you're thinking, man, I'm hungry and I've got tough kids, but you make it through it.
Right.
And over the years, my philosophy of coaching has changed a lot. At the beginning, I wanted champions. Now I want productive citizens in our society and things like that. So the sport definitely teaches them.
Absolutely. All right, and lastly, I think we all know that Max is going to be right there when it comes right down to it come tournament time. Are there any other kids that you see that could really surprise when it comes time to wrestle in sectionals and districts?
On our team?
Yeah.
About 13 other kids.
There you go.
We've got 14 on the team.
Fine coach's answer.
Well, you know what? I have seen, my first year here, I had a kid by the name of Jason Franks, went into sectionals with a losing record, made it through sectionals, was a second or third, got into districts, and qualified out of districts with a 500 record. I remember on the state bracket, it was our first state qualifier as a coach, was 15-15. You never know who has a good day, who's on and who's not. I've also had kids that were supposed to be all of that, and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
So, whoever's got the hot hand week of sectionals and districts, and God is excited. I'm already, that is the time of year, tournament time is the best. I mean, everything else is just warm-up.
It's a matter of believing in yourself at that point.
You got it. You got it.
All right. On behalf of Jeff Woods, I'm Dave Mast, your host for HolmesCountyTicket.com, driven by Village Motors. Thanks for joining us.